Good day, welcome back to Khmer Green. I just harvested a few tomatoes from my garden and I want to do a little experiment with them. I will have to eat 300 grams of fresh tomato every single day for 30 days. Why I'm doing this? Just curious. To see at the end of experiment, I will hate tomato or I just like it even more. So my rule is simple. I just have to eat fresh tomato. Doesn't have to cook. I don't need to cook. I cannot cook in any way. But I can add salt or pepper if I want. Now let's get going. Okay, so for the first day of experiment, I'm go with the mix and match. Let's go. The second best. The best. Oh boy. That pink Brandywine is really sour. I think I need the salt pepper I did have because honestly I was eat a little tomato early on today, so it already filled me up a little bit, but let me do a little salt and pepper and keep going. Okay, salt and pepper has come to rescue. When we add salt and pepper, even the white tomato that I give it only a 5 score, it even tastes way better than just by its own. And here we go. This is the last bite for the first day of experiment. Alright, fast forward. Today day 16, which means I have eaten 300 grams or more of fresh homegrown tomato for 15 days. And now I don't have any more tomato. So that's only mean one thing. We do a little harvest. Here I have a few ripening here, one down there and 2 behind the camera there. Also, I have a few more in front of the house, but the rest of the fruits, they are still very young. Some it just come out from the flower. It just a few days old or a week or 2 old only. And hopefully some it's sizing up a lot bigger than others and more mature. Hopefully they are ready on time for my experiment. Okay, so let's do a little harvest here. For these beautiful Brandywines, also kind of spoiled. I'm not sure if I can use it or I have to throw it away. Okay, some they are not really fully ripe yet, but it start to crack and split. So if I leave it longer, it may be going to spoil and ruin the entire thing. So this tool is not really that good, but we don't really have choice right now. Alright, that's all we got for today harvest, including the small one. This one is supposed to be sun gold hybrid, but this one itself seed, so it means it's not really a sun gold hybrid. The seed of a hybrid is not a true to type. And the bumper part is my Cherokee purple, or this one probably black cream or Cherokee purple. These two, it's super ripe, but it's split open. A lot of it gets spoiled. Only the yellow Brandywine that doesn't seem to be bordered by any split or crack. Look like the skin is very tough, this guy. And that's it for the today harvest. Hopefully this much can get me through the experiment, or hopefully there are more good variety have ripening. Alright, finally, today is the last day of the experiment. This plate is the last one that I have to eat. The experiment really end up in sour. Don't be alarmed, nothing is bad. I mean sour because in the last few days, I have to eat only white tomato. If you watch my tomato rating video, you will know why I complaining or saying this way. But you likely don't know because that video get only like half of you, not even one. So I gonna say it again here. White tomato is the less favorable in terms of flavors among the rest of my variety that I'm growing this season. If I remember correctly, it got only 5 out of 10 of the score, whereas the rest get at least 7. But don't get me wrong, white tomato is the most productive variety in my entire gardens. And on top of that, if you have it perfectly ripe, the fruit has very good flavors and absolutely way better than store-bought. But the problem is if you pick up it early, it's not fully ripe, it's gonna be very acidic or very sour. And that's what I did. I pick it sometime it a bit early and it's super sour. And for the experiment, when I eat white tomato, I have to add a lot of salt. If I don't add salt, maybe the experiment won't be happen. Okay, so now this silly experiment has come to an end. What do I learn? If we go back to the number, I ate 300 grams of fresh tomato every day for 30 days, which means it was of 9,000 grams or 9 kilograms or about 20 pounds worth of tomato. That much of tomato, it comes from just 20 plants. So which means one plant, it can produce up to 1 pound in 30 days. So some variety is more productive, some variety is less, but we even it out to make it easy to understand. Let's say we are market gardener, which means we sell produce to make a living. If we sell for 1 pound for $4, we make $80. That's not a lot of money, but make it more realistic, because if we are market gardener, we're not gonna grow 20 plants and then that's it. Let's say it's 10 times more, 200 plants. It's gonna be 800 we make, but that before consideration about cost of labor that we put in, the fertilizer, water, and supporting system, that all other stuff to put into growing the produce that we are doing. So that's not a lot of money, which means if you want to make a living as a market gardener, you have to grow many more tomato. Okay, now we're done with those number and money. And one more thing that I learned from the experiment is I'm not a tomato person, but I do enjoy during those periods of experiments. Sometimes I enjoy more when I have to eat the more flavorful variety, but sometimes less enjoyable, like a white tomato. But do I going to do the experiment again? Nah, I'm not gonna do it, because I want to eat when I want to, not because I have to eat because I have to. That's the real reason why. And as a bonus, since then I am a lot more healthy. So that's all I have for you today. I'm going to finish my tomato and keep do gardening, and hopefully it inspired you to start your own garden too. Bye bye, I see you next video.